Alright, welcome back to my channel. So I have an update on the video that I posted about Malaysia destroying swatches just because they're pride themed. Now for those who don't know, swatches are watches made in Switzerland and Swiss company. And Malaysian officials claimed that you could see the letters LGBT on them and that they were specifically for pride. And Malaysia has a law against propaganda because we all know that nobody ever thought of being part of the LGBT plus community until they saw, a pride flag or whatever they think is propaganda and promoting of the lifestyle, because nobody ever thought that to do that until that happened, which makes so much sense. Like I've mentioned many times, I've been surrounded by straight relationships growing up, still asexual. So, no, this propaganda idea is a bunch of bullshit. But Malaysia seems to think that LGBT plus people are really scary because they're not comfortable in their own skin. So they have to criminalize it because then they might be interested in doing it, which is a huge tell on their part. But anyway, to the article. Malaysia's government said Thursday that all swatch products that contain lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or queer elements, including watches, wrappers, and boxes, were banned, warning that anyone found with one could be jailed for up to 3 years. Yeah, because they're so scary. The ban has been published in the Federal Gazette, which makes it official, as part of the printing law that includes distribution and possession, citing concerns that such products were detrimental to the nation's morality. Right. What makes it immoral again? Malaysia, which is predominantly Muslim, already criminalizes same-sex relationships, with punishments ranging from caning under Islamic law to 20 years in prison for sodomy under colonial-era civil laws. In May, authorities raided Swatch stores and confiscated more than 160 watches from its Pride collection. Some of the watches have rainbow colors, while others are in a choice of 6 single colors that correlates to the gay pride flag, with 2 rainbow loops on their straps. Horrible. How could people ever look at that and not turn gay? Right. Swatch contested allegations that the watches were harmful, saying they carried a message of peace and love. The Swiss watchmaking company has sued the government for damages and for the return of the watches. First off, why is Swatch surprised that that a country who criminalizes same-sex relationships would destroy anything that remotely promotes said lifestyle? Because it made it quite clear that they're so that they're so uncomfortable in their own skin and so scared of their own sexuality that even the thought that that the LGBT plus community even exists is too much, because if I am to live a certain way, everybody must live a certain way, because if I'm miserable, everyone should be miserable, or something. The Home Ministry statement said the products are detrimental or possibly detrimental to morality. Again, how? Public interest and national interest by promoting, supporting, and normalizing the LGBTQ plus movement, which is not accepted by the general public. Is it though? I honestly don't know what the general public thinks. But, if they're being told that it's a morality issue, if they are told that seeing these promotions like the Pride collection could turn someone gay, of course the general public, if they're not educated enough, are going to fall for it. If you're going to push misinformation, of course they're going to agree with you, because they're not going to know any better if you're not giving them or allowing them to consume proper information. So to say, well, the general public doesn't like it, they don't accept it. Is that true, or is that they don't accept it because you won't let them? Anyone found in possession of such swatch products face up to 3 years in jail or a fine of up to 20,000 ringgit, which is $4,375, it warned. In July, the government cut short a music festival in Kuala Lumpur after the lead singer of British band The 1975 kissed a male bandmate during their performance in protest of the country's anti-gay laws. That's bold. Footage of the kiss was posted on social media and sparked a backlash in the country. Malaysia also blacklisted the group from the country. The band later canceled its shows in Jakarta and Taipei. So, does that mean that they also went apeshit over it? I don't know. But, first off, very bold to go to a country and openly flaunt its laws. Number one, that's bold. Number two, do you really want to risk that? I mean, just don't go. Make the government or whoever is putting these festivals on, make them find bands that people will want to watch and listen to that agree with your views. If you have anti-gay laws, only book bands that are anti-gay. I mean, it's, why would, I just do not understand why a band would go to a country and openly flaunt their laws like that. I mean, granted, it's great that they are approving of same-sex relationships, but you're really putting your lives at risk. Why would you do that? So anyway, that is the end of the article. And again, I really don't know about the Malaysian people, if they really are that unaccepting of homosexuality. But it does seem like this circular logic that we are pushing misinformation on the public, telling them that this is bad, this is immoral, it's and if you're exposed to these types of articles of clothing, you could become gay because being gay is a choice or whatever. And then because they have these people frothing at the mouth, believing that, and so hating anything that resembles what they were told to hate, and then using it as a justification of, oh, we would allow it, but the people don't like it. That's not how it works. You either let people make up their own mind and give them, proper information, or just, you know, don't give this bullshit that you're just doing what the general public wants. The general public might want it because you have them convinced that what you're telling them is the truth. No. No, none of that is true. It is not immoral to be a part of the LGBT plus community. It is just not your morality. And you know what? It has nothing to do with morals. If your morality tells you that you need to be straight, fine. If you happen to be gay and your morality tells you to be straight, then your morals are wrong. There is nothing immoral about being gay. Nobody is making you be gay. Nobody is making you to be any part of the LGBT plus community. Nobody is forcing that on anybody. Either people are or they aren't. That's very simple. And criminalizing it is just going to keep people in the closet. All you're doing is sheltering bigots from acknowledging that people like this exist and othering them and making people hate the same people you hate. Now, yes, Islam does have a passage about, I think they have a passage about homosexuality, but you know what? Not all Muslims hate homosexuality. You know why? Because they're not raging dickheads. Just like not all Christians, which actually Jesus never mentioned homosexuality, but not all Christians hate homosexuals. The same thing with Muslims. Not all of them. So to point out that Malaysia is a Muslim country, okay. So that doesn't mean anything. Jordan is a Muslim country. At least they don't have a law against homosexuality because they're not raging dickheads. I mean, I've heard that a good chunk of the populace is homophobic, but that still doesn't doesn't translate into a law because the people in charge are not raging dickheads. So no, I don't know why they point out that it's a Muslim country. Yes, it's a Muslim country, and most Muslim countries are homophobic, yes, but it doesn't have to flow from that. So, yeah, I mean, the Vatican is a Christian state. I don't believe that there's a draconian punishment for homosexuality. I mean, yeah, the church claims, the church will treat you like absolute crap for being a homosexual, but there is no actual secular law that could, throw you in jail for a certain amount of time just because you dare to be homosexual. It's just a religious thing. So, again, why are we equating religion with being a raging dickhead? You don't have to be. Even though a lot of the world today is kind of pushing that narrative by their actions that to be a religious country means you have to be raging dickheads, which shouldn't be, but it is, unfortunately. So anyway, I'm rambling now. So I will see you guys in the next video.